I've designed this course to be practical, accessible, and flexible. To fully benefit from the course, you'll need access to a set of essential software tools and optionally some hardware equipment. While building physical circuits can greatly enhance your understanding, you can complete all projects in this course using Python and online circuit simulation platforms alone. In this video, I'll outline the software and hardware tools that I recommend for engaging with the course activities. Let's start with the software tools. Software can complement the hands-on interactive learning experience that is provided by this course. Simulators will enable you to visualize filter behaviors, explore the effects of component variations, and confirm theoretical concepts with practical examples. We'll use Python for extensively simulating filter behaviors and generating visual representations such as time domain plots and frequency response charts. Here's the required software components. There's Python 3, any version above 3.8 is recommended. NumPy, which is essential for numerical operations and data management. And Matplotlib, which enables visualizations of signals and filter behaviors. You'll find all Python scripts I demonstrate in this course on the course's GitHub repository from where you can download them. Another essential software tool is an online circuit simulator that allows you to design and evaluate filter circuits visually without physical components. I recommend a couple of simulators, but there's many that you can choose, of course, and they are compatible with the experiments that we'll be doing. The first one, which I use for most of this course, is CircuitLab. It provides an intuitive real-time visualization of voltage and current behaviors. And I also use TinkerCAD Circuits, which is a comprehensive tool that supports both circuit simulations and has integration with the Arduino. By combining Python and online circuit simulators, you can fully engage with all simulations, explorations, and design exercises in this course. Now let's talk about the hardware tools. While physical laboratory equipment is optional, having these tools can enhance your practical understanding by allowing direct construction and measurement of filter circuits. These tools are beneficial for gaining a deeper intuition of real-world behaviors. First off, we need a breadboard and various components. So a basic breadboard, a bunch of jumper wires and resistors, say from 100 ohms to 100 kilo ohms, a bunch of capacitors ranging from 10 nanofarads to 10 microfarads, and a few inductors from 10 microhenries to 10 millihenries are recommended for physical experimentation. I use the Analog Discovery 3 analysis tool, which combines a bunch of instruments such as an oscilloscope, a spectrum analyzer, and a signal generator, and also a power supply. And all these capabilities come together in a single compact device. You can use this or any similar multifunction equipment to perform the hands-on experiments that I describe in the lectures in this course. A signal generator that can generate input signals is also needed for testing filter circuits. Then we've got oscilloscopes. So an oscilloscope enables observation of signals over time. A simple two-channel oscilloscope with a bandwidth of at least 20 MHz is suitable for the activities that I cover in this course. Next up is a spectrum analyzer. A spectrum analyzer or an oscilloscope with FFT capability can provide frequency domain analysis and complements time domain measurements. Although these physical tools enrich hands-on learning, all course content and experiments can be successfully completed through simulations alone. Hardware tools, as I mentioned earlier, are optional, and their absence will not hinder the completion of the learning objectives. Here's a table that I put together that shows the required and optional tools. Throughout the course, I conduct various experiments and then I observe the results and then demonstrate how these circuits work using Python simulations and online circuit simulators. These platforms ensure that you can achieve a comprehensive understanding of first-order filter concepts and practical skills without the additional and more expensive equipment. If you do have access to the optional hardware tools, then you are strongly encouraged to conduct the physical experiments. Doing so will enhance your intuitive grasp of real-world phenomena, including component tolerances and parasitic effects that are not fully replicable in simulations. Ultimately, this course is structured to ensure all learning objectives and exercises can be successfully completed using freely available software resources alone.